Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm the Unknown, and today I'm going to be telling you guys, or showing you guys rather, I'm just going to show you guys my account and the settings that I use and just like ships that I own and stuff like that. So it's going to be like a talk video, so strap yourselves in because, you know, maybe the settings that I show you are settings that you might use. I don't know. This is just the overall settings that I use for the game, and these are the ships that I own and all that, because right now I'm in that phase where it's like I don't really play the game that often. Like, if I was to play the game for 5 hours a day, I would say a good hour of that is playing, and the other 4 hours of that is chatting. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys, you know, my settings. So this is the settings that I use for when I record videos. I use the highest graphics possible so I can give you guys like high quality content. Normally when I'm just playing the game or grinding, like without recording, I'll play on just low graphics just so it saves my battery, so it's more playtime. For control, I have the camera sensitivity at 50%. I have the aim assist turned on. I don't know what aim assist off or on does, so I just left it on. Acceleration or whatever, don't have any of those on. And I do use Ace Combat, and this is the Ace Combat setup I use. I use the control assist, so the plane automatically turns to a ship. But when I'm looking at an aircraft and I turn the camera around or whatever, it won't automatically just go back to, like, you know, that one camera view. And then I have vertical inversion turned on, because in real life, when you're flying a plane, when you pull the control stick back, the plane goes up. If you push it forward, it goes down. So basically, up is down and down is up. So that's why I have vertical inversion on there. Next, for the game, I have the camera distance all the way at 100% so I can see my entire ship. And the camera height, I have it at 0%. Just so I can get the maximum, you know, look at my ship and all that. I have shake turned all the way down because shake kind of ruins the gameplay for me. So I don't use shake at all. And I only have threats labeled, so if there's a torpedo coming towards my teammate, I'm not going to see it. I will only see a torpedo that comes towards me. Next, we have the switch control to a new unit. I have that turned off because it's really annoying, especially when playing as a carrier, on mobile anyway. And yeah, so those are all the things that I have turned off and on. Feel free to pause the video if you want to copy my settings. And no, as you guys can see, I don't hide my title because I refuse to, because I'm just that good. Next, I have my sound turned to 25% on everything. I have voice turned off because I don't care about voice. And my sound volume is about like right here or sometimes here. It just depends. So you guys can hear my voice, but hear the sound just a little bit. And then, yeah, so that's what I have for that. Next, I'm going to be going over the ships that I own and, you know, what builds I have for them and whatnot, you know. So first up, for the frigates, we have the F-124. I use, you know, Zircons, Psychic 2s, and Merlins, and Garpins, you know, the classic hero build. Next, we have the FS Aquitaine, which I don't really use anymore. It's more of just like a trophy piece in a way. But I have Atmacas, Marlin. I did buy an extra Azrock for it just to say that I have one. And I have a second Merlin on it. And yeah. Moving on some more, I do have the Blue Shark. And when it comes to ships, if it has a special skin on it, I will buy it just because it has the skin on it. So I did buy the Blue Shark with Breeze. And when I originally bought this Blue Shark, it did come with the Rocky Glade, so that's 30,000 gold I didn't have to spend. But yeah, so I use, oh, I just realized Vil was on my account earlier, so he switched it up. But I normally put Zircons on this thing. Type 89s, I do have quite a collection of Type 89s. I rob them off of Izanamis in the market. I have Valor, Rapid Fire, and the JRNG Sea-Wiz, which Villainator told me was actually a really good air defense. Anyways, moving on. So, the Zoom Walt. I don't really use this ship anymore. The only reason I use it is just to 1v1 on the rare occasions, even though I'm not satisfied with 1v1s anymore. But yeah, so I have that new cannon on it because I think it fits really well in the Zoom Walt. Normally, I have X51. If you're not using X51s on Zoom Walt, you're not using Zoom Walt properly. I do have the the Viper here. I do have the Dragon Wing, but I'm saving that for the Michael Mansour, and I do have quite a few Defiant X's and Havocs to choose from. Once again, I put Rapid Fire and Garpins. And I do have the Independence Day skin. I have 2 of them. I got lucky in that lucky draw, and I got 2. That's why I was requesting the devs. They make it so you can put this skin on the Michael Mansour as well. Moving on some more of the Ushikov. This is the equipment I use on the Ushikov. I don't use the Ushikov anymore. I don't even use it, period. So this is just spare equipment I had lying around that I put on it. The Name Chang, on the other hand, though, is gotta be it's gotta be one of my favorite ships. You know, I don't use it often, but when I do use it, I'm a menace to society when I use this ship. I prefer it over 055A, simply because it has more grenade launchers, more torpedoes, and the only thing you're sacrificing is 1 extra missile and, you know, some air defenses. So it's pretty much the perfect ship. Like, if you're level 15, if you just got to level 15, 055 Name Chang is literally the best ship you can possibly own. Moving on some more, we have the JS Ashigara. Once again, this is a spare armaments build. I do not use this ship, but since I have so much money and so much, you know, this and that, I kind of just had to spend money, so that's what I did with the Name Chang. Moving on, I do have, I'm sorry, I said Name Chang. I meant Ashigara. Anyways, I have the special skin for the DDGX. I put Full Scalp, Monarch, Spearfish. I have a Spear VIP helicopter for it. And, you know, just the standard air defense, Laser and Garpin. It doesn't get more better than that. Moving on some more, we have 2145. And I put 2 X51s and 2 Zircons on this because there is no better combo on this planet better than 2 X51s and 2 Zircons. You can't name a better missile combo. I'm sorry. Yeah, but you guys can go in the comments and name a bunch of missile combos. They're not going to top X51 and Zircon. I'm sorry. Anyways, I have Kamov and Garpin on this thing, and I do have the Infernal camo. Moving on, I have the RF Lighter. Once again, a spare armaments build. Once, you know, I get settled in, I'm probably going to just buy 2 Zircons and put them on this thing. But yeah, so I have Monarch, the 726-4A Type 12 S97 Raider, and I do have Garpin on this thing. Spare armaments, guys. Moving on, I do have the Red Dragon 058, and I put full YJ12. Don't ask me why, I just did it because it seemed like the right thing to do. I do have a Chinese VIP helicopter for this thing, and the standard rapid fire and Garpin. Next, the 055A. Yes, the only reason I have this ship is because it has a special skin on it. So yeah. Luckily, somebody in my clan had this skin and they don't use the ship anymore, so I bought it off of them. But yeah, I put full YJ12s, Monarch 726, a singular Type 89 rapid S97 Raider, full Garpin because I'm rich. Anyways, moving on some more, I do have the Kylan because once again it has a special skin, full Zircon. You know, just the standard, and I put a VIP Chinese helicopter on it, because why not? Next, we have the Indian ship. I'm not even going to bother pronouncing that name. But yeah, so I put full Zircon, Monarch, Ikara. The only reason I still have Ikara on this thing is because I just bought it to test it out, but I was too lazy to take it off. Plus, it's actually kind of good on this ship, so I left it. And then, once again, S97 Raider, and the standard Garpin and Laser. Next, we have the ROKS JSS, Zircon, and Pumpkin Launcher. That's it. There's nothing better than a Pumpkin Launcher, especially on this ship. It pisses a lot of people off. Next, we have the Batch 2, the ROKS Batch G. What is it? The KDX3 Batch 2. Yes, I'm calling it by its maiden name. And I do have the special skin for this. Luckily, both of these skins I did not spend gold for. I actually bought both of these in the market, luckily. But yeah, so I put full high core on this. I have that Korean cannon. I did have 2 of them, but I sold one of them to Vil. So this one right here, Punching Pugs, sold to me. So yeah. And then I have that grenade launcher, Type 12 S97 Raider, full Garpin and rapid fire. Just the full rich build. Next, we have the sword ship. I put Zircon, and I like pissing subs off. So, yeah, I put full Type 89s. And yeah, one thing I do like about this ship is the skin. I love the skin, and I love how the window glows blue on it. Next, we have the Veil of Gulf. I put full Zircons, Emerge Railgun, this, that, the Valor, and the standard laser with the Garpin. And I do have quite a similar build on my Port Royal. So my Port Royal doesn't have Zircons on it yet. I haven't gotten to it. Has X51s, Emerge, Valor, and yeah, the standard, you know, Garpin and laser. Next, Variag. This is literally just a build where I had too much money and I had to spend it. So yeah, that's the build I use. Okay, moving on. So I'm going to go to the CGX now. So the CGX, once again, I haven't used this ship since the 2145 came out. So the build that you see here is the build that I've used since I bought the CGX. Next, we have another one of my favorites, the CN Lyran. This thing is just a menace to society. I put Zircon, the Chinese VIP heli. I have this, and I have this, and the only reason I have this is because the blue laser looks better with the ship. You know, red laser combined with the looks of the skin just looks terrible. So yeah, that's the only reason I have Oh Hell on that thing. Next, we have the Massachusetts, which I bought the skin for 20,000 gold. Once again, if you're not using X51s on Massachusetts, don't even bother using Massachusetts. And then I have Spearfish, because Vil told me Spearfish was good, but then Type 89s came out, and I'm too lazy to spend gold. So all the Type 89s that you see here, I bought Izanamis off of the market and robbed them. Next, we have a spare VIP helicopter, rapid fire, you know, just the standard, you know, air defense. Next, we have the Missouri, which I have the skin for. And yeah, once again, just spare armaments. I did have a spare VIP helicopter, so I kind of just slapped it on the Missouri because I had nowhere else to put it. Next, we have one of my clan's favorites. I know a lot of people like this ship. I have Zircon, Pumpkin Launcher, Spearfish, Kamov, the Garpin, and Oh Hell. And I do have Spectral Guest on it. Oh, I do have Spectral Guest, but I also have this skin as well. I do have this. I got this skin from the devs. So, yeah. And you guys may have noticed I did buy the RF Moscow. Yeah, the only reason I have this is because there's a skin coming out for it, so I had to spend my art coins somehow. The Yamato, nothing really said about the Yamato. The JS Yamato Aegis, I do have the skin for this, I did buy it. And I have ASW, S97 Raider, and yeah, that's all there is to say for the Aegis. The USS America, Ford, Ulvanosk, and CVX I don't use anymore. The 076, I don't use anymore, but it does have a skin on it. I did get the skin off the market, luckily. The It Triste, I don't even use this anymore. I don't know why I have it. I don't use it anymore. For the Nemesis, this is the armaments that I put on my Nemesis when I don't use it. So this is just spare armaments, guys. I don't even use Nemesis anymore. Alright, let me go back to carriers. Alright, Ohio. I don't use Ohio anymore. I don't use any of these subs. So, yeah. I don't use any of these. So, moving on to the Enterprise. This is where it gets tricky. I put a full aesthetics build on my ships. On my carriers. Except for the Pang. Because the Pang is a ship that I use online. All of these other carriers, I don't. But when I do take them online, they do fairly well. But yeah, so eventually I am going to buy an ASRock for this. I have F-18, F-23, B-21 Raider, Panspatial Spiderwing, Chinook, Rapid Fire, Excalibur, Garpin, and I do have the Lightning skin for my Enterprise. Moving on for the Storm, Zircon, you know, I have the Flanker, the Black Plague, the Tu-22, and the Ka-52 Alligator, or whatever it's called, and I do have the Lightning skin for that as well. Then the 004, full Chinese build. Just full Chinese build. There's the new drone, except for the helicopter. I might buy a Chinese VIP helicopter for it, just to say that I have it. And then my third Oh Hell. So, yeah. Next, we have the Zuikaku. A relatively full Japanese build. The Japanese VIP bomber sucks, so I sold it. I have the Tyrannus, the AP Phoenix, Rapid Fire, and Full Garpin, because I didn't know what other air defense to put on it. And last but certainly not least, my FS Pang. Zircon, TFX, H-18, FH-97, Chinooks. I used to put Merlins on this, but I kind of stole my Merlins, and then Crowtail, because Crowtail is just the air defense you want to use to piss off CV users. So yeah, that was a lot to take in, but yeah, so those are the settings that I use, and those are the ships that I use and the ships that I own. Yeah, let me know if you guys like this kind of video, like where it's just me talking and all that. Let me know in the comments what your favorite ship is and what your favorite build is for that ship. Anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. I kind of got bored, so I asked my Discord server. I said, hey, do you guys want to watch it, make me a video on this? And they said, yeah, go ahead and make a video on it. So I did. So I was responding and listening to my subscribers / friends on my Discord server. So yeah. Anyways, that is going to do it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.